New tonight, a deaf man pepper sprayed and tasered in Hillcrest. Witnesses are angry over how he was treated, but police say it was his behavior that landed him in handcuffs. Our 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco joins us live from Hillcrest. And Rachel, this started over a parking ticket, we understand.
Steve, that man was parked illegally in this 20-minute commercial loading zone. He was making a quick stop into one of these stores to try to sell shoes when witnesses say things quickly became out of control. Fifth Avenue on a Monday afternoon. Parking is always tough.
I was at first stunned.
Stunned that what could have been a traffic ticket escalated into these pictures.
There was customers going in and everyone was really frightened.
Tiara Ariola works at a store nearby. Coworkers took these pictures.
Ultra excessive force.
Excessive, she says, because the man down on the ground can't talk or hear.
Me and my coworkers were yelling, "He is deaf, he is deaf."
Moments earlier, the man was trying to sell shoes in her store.
He was communicating via a legal pad we had.
She says he was illegally parked in this commercial loading zone. When he saw a traffic enforcement officer writing a ticket, he ran outside.
Maybe because he could not speak and he was trying to communicate, so he was making some muddled noises. Maybe she thought he was intoxicated.
She says the man was using sign language, but within minutes, the officer pepper sprayed him.
She took his signing as a sign of aggression.
2 other police officers showed up and a private security guard. One of the officers tased the man.
It ends up with 3 men on top of him. This poor man can't even communicate. He doesn't even understand what's happening.
Police say the situation is under review, but confirm a call for backup went out and an officer used a taser. They also say the man was arrested on a battery charge. The traffic officer says he slapped her arm.
He wasn't touching her. His hands were just here. He was trying to talk to her.
Now, Deaf Community Services of San Diego recently launched a new program to try to help deaf people communicate with law enforcement. It involves having deaf drivers carry one of these information cards in their visors in case they are pulled over. That man was taken to the hospital and then booked into jail. His name has not been released. Reporting live in Hillcrest, Rachel Bianco, 10 News.
Witnesses watch in horror as cops mace and taser deaf-mute man over a parking ticket. What started with a parking ticket ended up with a deaf man being pepper sprayed, tasered, slammed to the ground and arrested. By Matt Agarist, August 22, 2017. San Diego CA. Sadly, as multiple cases show, being deaf in America while interacting with police can lead to your arrest, assault, or even your death. A deaf, mute man in San Diego just learned this the hard way. The man, whose name has not been released, was in a thrift shop attempting to sell some shoes when he noticed a traffic enforcement officer writing him a ticket for being illegally parked. Likely knowing that he couldn't afford a ticket, he ran outside to plead with the officer. He couldn't speak, so he was communicating via a legal pad we had. As he was writing something to ask us, he saw that he was going to get a ticket, said Tiara Arello, the employee at the shop in which the man was attempting to sell the shoes. However, when he approached the traffic officer, things quickly escalated. As he attempted to communicate with the officer, she appeared to fail to understand him, according to witnesses. Maybe because he could not speak and he was trying to communicate, so he was making some muddled noises, said Arello. So maybe she thought he was intoxicated. Whatever she thought, ended up with the officer pepper spraying the deaf man in the face. The man was in so much agony that people nearby began coming to his aid. Advertisement. There were customers going in and everyone was really frightened, Arello said. It got so bad, the water wasn't helping, so we had to go to a restaurant and ask them for milk to neutralize the spice, the heat. Read more, cyclist beat down for running a red light. Cop has magical dash cam malfunction. However, before anyone could help the man, 2 more San Diego police officers joined in on the escalation of force. Me and my co-workers were yelling, "He is deaf. He is deaf," said Arello. However, As the Free Thought Project has reported numerous times, many cops wrongly perceive deafness as a threat and then escalate to violence. The man was then tasered and thrown to the ground as officers pile on top of him. It ends up with 3 men on top of him, ROLLE said. This poor man on the ground can't even communicate, but they are forcing him down on the ground over a parking ticket. According to ABC 10. She says when paramedics arrived, they started communicating with him in sign language. Police say a motorcycle officer sent out a call for backup and they confirm a taser was used, but what led to the confrontation is under review. The 35-year-old man, whose name hasn't been identified, is charged with battery on a police officer. The traffic officer says he slapped her arm. Although the officer says he slapped her arm, ROLLE explained that he was simply trying to communicate in sign language and at no time did he ever try to hurt her. He wasn't touching her, his hands were just here. He was trying to talk to her, insisted ROLLE. The police really need some serious training and they need to learn how to become aware of the deaf community, said Aline Smith, Director of Media and Community Education at Deaf Community Services of San Diego. Read more, new trial denied, extreme sentence shows serial rapist cop's blue privilege has run out. They need to learn cultural norms of the deaf community and learn how to identify if a person is deaf or hearing, Smith said. That way they know how to treat them when they are pulled over. Smith said that a deaf person's facial expressions are often misinterpreted, especially if they are upset, like this man was. Doesn't mean I would become aggressive, but maybe my facial expressions, just like people who can hear and can speak, they have different vocal tone. The deaf community has the same thing in their facial expression, so my face might have been frustrated or upset, said Smith, noting that deaf people are especially afraid of cops. Deaf people are afraid of the police. If police are behind me with the siren, oh, it's extremely frightening for me, Smith said. It's important that people take the time and are patient in order to assess what's really happening. Smith's sentiment is held by many people within the deaf community. One of those people was Daniel Harris. Harris was afraid of police because they often had misunderstandings due to his deafness. Sadly, almost 1 year ago to the day, Harris's fear of police would be realized as he was gunned down in front of his house by Trooper Jermaine Saunders. Harris was unarmed and holding a carabiner keychain when Saunders killed him. Earlier this year, Saunders was ruled justified in killing Harris.
Hey Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. and government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself, 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So That case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know the $1 a month from remedy is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.